Seems to me like the end racism probably has a lot to do with the fact that the sitting president is there. And I don't know what everyone at this table thinks, but I don't think racism is over.
Racism is over. Racism is done. The NFL ended racism by putting end racism in the end zone. And so now we can all move on. And look, sure, there's no doubt that the end racism message did end racism. I'm not disputing that. I know just from my own life. Prior to that message being spray painted in the end zone, I myself was racist. But then I saw end racism on the field during a football game, and I said, oh, wait, we're supposed to be not racist? My God, I had no idea. And from that day forward, I was transformed. I was born anew. I stopped going to Klein meetings and I started volunteering at after-school programs for disabled minorities.
Oh, don't you guys wish we can get to a point where we can just watch a football game, watch a movie, enjoy a beer without any of it being political on either side and just enjoy? But no, the race hustlers on The View and everybody else on the left like to make everything about race or gender and politicize absolutely everything in society. I'm going to play you a clip here of the Harpies on The View losing their mind over the fact that the NFL has taken off the end of racism writing in the infield, and then I'm going to play you in a hilarious takedown by Matt Walsh where he destroys this idea, the NFL, these ladies on The View. It is terrific. Let's get it.
Super Bowl is this Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And for the first time in history, a sitting president will be at the game. And it's already setting off controversies. Like after the NFL decided to edit their end racism slogan in the end zone for Sunday's game, now it's going to read choose love. The NFL says it has nothing to do with the new president attending. What do you think of this rewrite?
I think this is a little fishy and shady because what the NFL spokesperson said, that he said the decision was based on sensitivity to recent tragedies, including the terrorist attack in New Orleans, the deadly wildfires in LA, and the fatal air collision near DC. And I think that those are very noble things to honor and discuss, but I don't know how choose love, and it takes all of us, relates to that. So it seems to me like the end racism probably has a lot to do with the fact that the sitting president is there. And I don't know what everyone at this table thinks, but I don't think racism is over. And I think that it is a very noble thing to want to end racism so that we can become a more perfect union.
Now, before we get to Matt Walsh, who 100% echoes how I feel about this, if you guys don't mind smashing that thumbs up button for your boy, that really goes a long way to help me out. And also, if this is not your first time here and you're not yet subscribed, hopefully this could be the video that I can earn your subscription. Let's get to Matt.
Where to begin? All I can say is that obviously I'm very opposed to this move. Not just opposed, but I'm anxious, I'm worried, terrified. Because how are we supposed to know what to do about racism now? You know, there's some people that are celebrating this announcement because they're saying, well, this means that racism is over. Racism is done. The NFL ended racism by putting end racism in the end zone. And so now we can all move on. And look, sure, there's no doubt that the end racism message did end racism. I'm not disputing that. I know just from my own life. Prior to that message being spray painted in the end zone, I myself was racist. But then I saw end racism on the field during a football game, and I said, oh, wait, we're supposed to be not racist? My God, I had no idea. And from that day forward, I was transformed. I was born anew. I stopped going to Klein meetings, and I started volunteering at after-school programs for disabled minorities. And I'm sure that this is the same thing that happened for so many millions of people out there. But here's the problem. We ended racism. We created a post-racism utopian society, or I should say the NFL did. That message, end racism, was the glue holding our new paradise together. And now they're taking that slogan off the field. What then? What if everybody starts doing racism again? How are we supposed to know if we should keep racism ended or if we should start it up once more? Is that what the NFL is saying? We should start racisming again? Like, people are going to watch the Super Bowl and they're going to say, wait a minute, it doesn't say end racism. I guess we need to start doing the racisms again. And who's to tell them that they should? Now, sure, there will be a new message. The NFL says it's going to put the words, it takes all of us on, and they're going to put that on the field. That's not good enough. I mean, what takes all of us? Racism? Super Bowl viewers are going to think that it's a rallying cry to join together and be racist again. You know, the other message, choose love, doesn't help much. Who are we supposed to love? Who shouldn't we love? What if somebody loves Hitler? What then? Like, think about it. We need to be more specific. It should at least say, choose love, but just to be clear, that doesn't mean Hitler. And there's more than enough. It's a football field. You could write that whole message on there, no problem. So they could give us a lot more information. They could give us a lot more guidance, but they aren't. And that's inexcusable. And now I'm lost. And think about the message that this sends to kids, or doesn't send more specifically. Just last night, this is true, you know, my son heard about this news and he came up to me and he said, Father, does this mean that we should do racism again? And I didn't know how to respond. The truth is that I'm just as confused as he is. And I said to him, I don't know, my son. I just don't know. And he paused for a moment and his eyes got misty and he looked at me and said, I'm scared. And I said, I am too. And then my son started crying, and so did I. And we wept. We wept for hours. This is what the NFL has done. Now, the point is that we are lost without moral instruction delivered to us via slogans painted on football fields. Now, in general, of course, I have always looked to professional sports leagues, athletes, sports commentators for guidance and direction. Like any American, I never form any opinion on anything without first consulting NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, all the SportsCenter anchors, and LeBron James's Twitter feed. Professional sports leagues have, over the past 10 years especially, positioned themselves as our teachers, our surrogate father figures, really. And I've always been very happy with this arrangement. It makes a ton of sense to me because, after all, if a guy knows how to throw a ball into a hoop or run with a ball down a field really fast, it stands to reason that he also has deep insight into the most important questions of life. You know, I think two follows from one there pretty logically. Every time I see a basketball player hit a three-pointer, I think to myself, wow, he must be a great philosopher. And every time I see a football player make an open field tackle, I think, geez, that guy must have great moral intuition. And I realize I'm not saying anything that you don't already know. This is what we all think when we watch sports. But the NFL is now abandoning its post. It's hanging us all out to dry. Racism is about to make a major comeback in this country. Millions of people are going to tune into the Super Bowl, see that the words "end racism" have been removed, and then immediately run out and commit hate crimes. And I will too. I'm going to go commit hate crimes. I don't know what else to do. We're all now like lost sheep, wandering alone through the pastures without our great shepherd, the NFL, there to show us the way. I feel so alone now, and so scared, and also so racist. All because of the NFL.
Now, I'm into politics, and so are the lovely men and women that watch this channel, that comment on these videos, that like and subscribe. All you guys are awesome, but don't you wish we can get to a place where not everything is about politics? Like, could we just not enjoy a football game without having a stupid rainbow flag or logo? Look, on either side, right? You don't have to promote anything conservative or liberal. Just sell your product to everybody. I'm a business owner, and that's what pissed me off so much about the Bud Light thing, other than, you know, the obvious trans stuff, because Bud Light was a commodity. It's not like a great beer. You could easily be replaced. Sell your shitty beer to everyone. Stop being political about it, or pick a side and be super political about that side, and don't try to play the middle ground. But I think if you're a business, if you're a coffee business, if you're a beer business, if you're a movie business, like, I just want to go to the cinema and watch a good movie like I used to, without having the Hollywood wokies preach to me and virtue signal through the movies. Whatever happened to great writing? And like Matt said, I don't want to get my political advice from a football player or a Hollywood actor. I run a real estate business. I want to sell and rent to absolutely everybody. When somebody calls in and wants to buy a place, my staff don't preach to them about their conservative values. No, just sell them the damn property. That's it. Stay in your lane, Hollywood. You're an actor. You're paid to be fake. Just be fake for entertainment purposes. You're a terrific athlete. You're playing in the NFL. You're the top 1% of athletes in the world. Play the game. Just like Matt pointed out here, if you do more than that, you end up looking ridiculous. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button for your boy. Consider subscribing to the channel. Help a girl. Catch you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.